is CBS News Miami.
Joining us, I'm Elliot Rodriguez in for Naja Sherman. This is your 4 p.m. CBS News Miami Quickcast. Police are investigating a horrific attack on a young girl at a local park. The 11-year-old, they say, raped at Gwen Cherry Park in Northwest Miami-Dade. And as CBS News Miami's Trish Christakis reports, there's been an arrest in the case.
Well, a very disturbing story today as police say an 11-year-old was raped at the park behind me at Gwen Cherry Park in Miami. Take a look at your screen. This is Antoine Johnson, the 18-year-old man that police arrested. Now, according to the arrest form, he asked an 11-year-old girl to go into the bathroom at Gwen Cherry Park to get him toilet paper. Police say once she went in there, he followed her and forced her into a stall and raped her twice. The arrest form says the victim pleaded with him, asking to leave. A witness then came into the bathroom, ran out and called for help. That's when people at the park chased after him and held him until police arrived. The arrest form says that he first denied the allegation, then confessed, but stated he never penetrated her at any point. He is currently at TGK Correctional Center. His charges are sexual battery on a minor by an adult, kidnapping, and false imprisonment of a child under the age of 13. And that victim's identity was verified by the mother. We are currently aggressively pursuing this story, and we'll have the latest for you starting at 5 on CBS News Miami. Reporting in Miami, Trish Christakis, back to you.
Thank you, Chris. The case of two missing children leads to the arrest of their mother. 6-year-old Ivy Mitchell and 10-year-old Devin Mitchell were reported missing on Monday from a house in Homestead. They were found yesterday safe, and now we're learning from MDSO their mother was arrested last night. Her identity has yet to be released. It's not clear what charges she is facing. A missing 2-year-old found at a Miramar Lake has died. Police say detectives and neighbors searched the Riviera Isles community for hours yesterday looking for the child who had been reported missing. The child had drowned in a nearby lake. They have not released any more details or identified the child. Well, another steamy day outside, but there could be some rain returning. We're going to get a check of our weather right now with Ivan Cabrera. We've been asking about these showers. Not that we want showers, but our normal summertime pattern, Ivan, is for the showers to cool us off in the afternoon. So where are they?
So they are right now offshore, and some of them are going and working their way inland. If you could pop up our track, I'm going to step in front of my friend Elliot here and try to get you the forecast as we get through the rest of today. The issue, of course, has been the heat, right? Temperatures in the upper 80s to lower 90s, but you factor in the humidity, and it does feel like triple digits out there once again for us today. Keep hydrated, keep taking breaks. Little AC breaks will do their work here. And radar and clouds, again, a lot of cloud cover overhead, so that's keeping temperatures a little bit better to tolerate, but it's still a hot and humid day. And then we have this cluster of shower and thunderstorm activity over the Bahamas, generally associated with this weak disturbance. We've been following that the last few days, but it really isn't at this point going to make a big difference. What will, though, is a nice little surge of tropical moisture that's going to be coming in, so the showers and thunderstorms will be capable of producing some heavier rain. But here's the thing, though, the pattern is still going to favor the Gulf Coast. And I'll show you that in a second. If you're stepping outside tonight, walking the dog, whatever you're doing, it's a steamer. Temperatures even at night feel like the 90s. We don't cool off until the overnight hours into the 80s. Next weather rain tracker, at least for the next few hours, and you can see the storms where they have been and where they will be in the Everglades, and then everything pushes out to the west. As I've been talking about, the best chance to get any late day shower and thunderstorms with this pattern is if the thunderstorms really get strong, close enough, and then you get these outflow boundaries that trigger additional storms. I don't see that happening so much for tonight, but as we head into tomorrow, we'll have a little bit better chance of shower and thunderstorm activity in the morning as that little surge of moisture, you see it right there offshore, that's going to continue to push in, and so the atmosphere will be primed to be able to kind of release more water than what we've been dealing with the last couple of days. So here is your Thursday as we get closer to the weekend. You'll see not much doing here for the morning commute. I think we're going to be doing just fine with dry conditions. These showers are likely going to stay offshore, and then tomorrow afternoon, right, a bit closer, our steering currents are going to slow down a bit, so that will allow at least some of the storms to get our western metros before everything books off towards the west. but this is between 1 and 5 o'clock, so we'll have a better shot at seeing some accumulating rainfall, but it really isn't going to amount to that much. As we check in on the next weather 7-day forecast, our temperature staying steady, upper 80s to lower 90s. Higher rain chances with a bit of a shift in the pattern coming up through late weekend into early next week. Not a single day will be a washout, but increasing rain chances by the next work week.
Ivan, thanks a lot. We are in hurricane season, of course, and the next weather team is making sure you're prepared. Scan the QR code and find all the tools you need to help get you ready. You can also find our 1-hour special, which has important information from Ivan for you and your family this hurricane season. Just go to cbsmiami.com. And now to Central Texas. It is day 6 following the deadly flooding disaster there. At least 120 people are now confirmed dead as rescuers continue to look for the more than 160 people still missing. CBS News Miami's Karen Hua reports from Kerrville, Texas.
Search teams combed through the grounds around Camp Mystic, where nearly 30 died. Near the wrecked cabins, the heartbreaking sight of girls' belongings are spread on the ground. Teams are drying and packing each item to return to the parents.
The devastation was the most horrific thing I've ever seen.
Texas Senator Ted Cruz visited the camp, including the bunk for the youngest girls.
The water blew out the windows in that cabin and swept all of the girls and the counselors out. Every girl in that cabin is either confirmed dead or missing.
Through miles of flood damage, bodies are still tangled in debris. Police are asking the public to stay out of the way.
Our first responders are trying to get to places to do their jobs, and people come in here from outside the community and people within the community who want to go sightsee and look at the river and see the flood damage. It's making our job very hard.
Most of the confirmed deaths are here in Kerr County, where officials are facing questions about their preparation for the flood and their response. That includes why a code red alert came too late.
Those questions are going to be answered. I believe those questions need to be answered to the family of the missed loved ones, to the public.
Some residents say they never got a warning.
I just hear off the distance again. There's water in the house, Daddy, there's water in the house.
Hundreds of volunteers have joined the search for the missing, combing through rubble and debris. Karen Hua, CBS News, Kerrville, Texas.
And if you would like to help those in Texas, we've compiled a list of resources on our website, cbsmiami.com. You can also scan that QR code right there on your screen for more information how you can help. Air travel hassle to worry about. Passengers at MIA talked to us about the new policy switch about taking your shoes off.
Climate change has been devastating South Florida's coral reefs, but now
divers are in the water, they're planting coral, but these are special coral. They may help the coastline become more resilient.
see the fascinating first-of-its-kind mission that could save our precious reefs. Thursday at 5:30.
All right, welcome back to CBS News Miami's Quickcast. I'm Elliot Rodriguez. Getting through security at South Florida airports and airports across the country should take a little less time now that TSA no longer requires passengers to take off their shoes at the security point. After nearly 20 years, the shoe policy is no longer in place. CBS News Miami's Morgan Reiner has reaction from international travelers.
Passengers already have so much to worry about when they're traveling, and now they don't have to worry about what shoes they're wearing. Will they come off fast enough? Am I going to hold people up in line behind me? That changes today. Yes, thank you so much. Nina Beecham is traveling back home to California.
I'm a photographer, so I travel already with a lot of gear, laptops, different things like that, so anything less would be great.
She now has 2 less things to worry about, her left and right shoe. TSA is no longer requiring passengers to take them off as they go through security across the country.
I love it. I've always despised that, especially if you're a sandals kind of girl, you don't have to have your feet on the dirty floor anymore, or you get through this thing a little faster. I love that.
Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem says it's safe to end the decades-long rule. She points to new Real ID requirements and says screening has evolved since 2001. That's when a passenger, Richard Reed, tried to ignite explosives in his shoes on a flight from Paris to Miami. This is a photo from the FBI of the shoes.
Since that policy was put in place, our security technology has changed dramatically. It's evolved. TSA has changed. We have a multi-layered, whole-of-government approach now to security.
Previously, only people with TSA pre-check got the advantage of keeping their shoes on.
Always a shorter line.
Mike D'Angelo has pre-check, and he's happy to spread the wealth.
Thank goodness. I mean, we know it all started because of one threat that came out about the shoe bomb many years ago, and I don't think there's been a single incident since that's anything close to that.
Fine. I feel like the technology now that they have is way more advanced, so I still feel very safe.
Now, just because it's no longer the standard does not believe that you will not have to take your shoes off if TSA believes that there needs to be an extra layer of screening. At MIA, Morgan Reiner, CBS News, Miami.
In today's Health Watch, summertime means fun in the sun and taking special care of your skin, especially here in South Florida. Even before you go outside, healthy skin care starts in the shower. Dermatologists say the key is to use lukewarm water and go easy on the soap.
What you're not trying to do is aggressively strip the natural oils from the skin barrier. Once you do that, you actually make your skin more vulnerable to irritation and inflammation. So all the other products that you use after you clean become more irritating when you strip that barrier.
And once you're outside, experts say your best friend is a high-quality sunscreen. That means a minimum 30 SPF broad spectrum. Mattel is adding a new Barbie to its lineup. It's the first Barbies with type 1 diabetes. She wears a glucose monitor on her arm and carries an insulin pump. She wears a blue outfit with a blue purse representing diabetes awareness. The new Barbie was designed in partnership with a leading diabetic research organization. And that's CBS News Miami's Quickcast for this afternoon. I'm Elliot Rodriguez. Stay tuned for more news right here on CBS News Miami.